Hi everyone, welcome to our channel. Today we'll talk about the most dangerous snake in the world. Learn if it has enemies in the wild and who, despite all the danger, can stand up to it. The black mamba was discovered by zoologist Albert Gunther in 1864. The Latin name for the snake is the tree asp. In fact, the snake is not black at all. The upper part of its body usually has a dark olive or grayish-brown color, and the belly is light brown or off-white. The mamba snake owes its name to its black mouth, which it demonstrates to intimidate the enemy. The bite of the black mamba, or as it's commonly called, the kiss of death, is dangerous not only to humans. In 2006, this snake bit a 3.4-ton adult elephant named Eleanor in one of the Kenyan national parks. After a short period of time, the first symptoms of poisoning appeared: loss of coordination and paralysis. All the attempts to help the elephant were unsuccessful. After 24 hours of suffering, Eleanor died. Just one bite of the black mamba produces a dose of venom that can kill 15 adult men. The lethal dose for humans is only 10 to 15 milligrams, but the mamba snake is capable of injecting up to 400 milligrams in one bite. As a rule, the snake makes several targeted attacks to the head and torso of the enemy, or rather, the victim. Then it crawls aside and waits for the venom to take effect. The order of the symptoms after the bite is as follows: tingling in the hands and fingers, double vision with dullness, fever and incoordination, paralysis, seizures, coma, and death. Only an antidote can save the victim, but it must be used in the first 20 minutes after the bite, otherwise death is inevitable. The mamba snake lives in semi-arid regions of Central, Eastern, and Southern Africa, mainly in savannas and woodlands, where it leads a terrestrial lifestyle, occasionally climbing trees and shrubs. The snake can grow over 3 meters long, which makes it the second largest venomous snake after the king cobra. Its average weight is about 1.6 kilograms. It is also one of the fastest snakes in the world, reaching speeds up to 19 kilometers per hour over short distances. The mamba snake feeds on small warm-blooded animals, including rodents, hyraxes, Galapagos, and bats, as well as birds. Large rats and birds are not a problem for the mamba as well. The snake can digest prey up to a third of its own weight in just 8 hours. It would take at least 100 days for a healthy adult to eat and digest a proportional amount of meat. The black mamba has virtually no enemies in the wild. One of the few animals that can withstand the most dangerous snake in the world is the mongoose. We all know the character of the Kipling's fairy tale named Rikki Tikki Tavi that bravely fought snakes. So what is this animal's secret? Mongooses aren't all that impressive in size, especially against the background of predatory mammals. Most representatives of this species have a muscular, elongated body of 26.8 to 42.5 centimeters and weigh 370 to 1,250 grams. These are diurnal terrestrial animals, but they can easily climb trees as well. Mongoose teeth are small but strong and are designed to pierce the snake's skin. The animals have perfect vision and perfect control of their strong and flexible body, launching into legendary lightning-fast attacks. Sharp, non-retractable claws, which are used to dig underground passages in peacetime, also help deal with the enemy. Mongooses inhabit mainly the regions of Africa and Asia, though some species can be found in southern Europe. Even given their pronounced territoriality, not all mongooses are ready to fight for their land. They prefer to peacefully coexist with other animals. Mongooses dig their own or occupy other animals' burrows. They don't really mind having the burrow's owners around, and thus they can live together with ground squirrels, for example. Dwarf or striped, mongooses love to settle in old termite mounds. The mongoose community usually consists of 5 to 40 mongooses. During the hot season, the animals lie in the sun near their burrows, relying on their camouflage coloration, which helps them blend with the landscape. However, there is always a sentry in the group that watches the area and warns of danger with the cry. Hearing it, the mongooses slip away to their cover. Mongooses are omnivorous. They eat almost everything their eyes fall on. Most of their diet consists of insects. Only a part of it includes small animals and plants, and sometimes carrion. The natural enemy of mongooses are birds of prey, snakes, and large predators. Mongooses try to elude the enemy, but a cornered mongoose shows character. It arches its back, bristles its hair, raises its tail threateningly, growls, barks, and bites. Of the 12 known species of mongooses, all are predators, but not all of them hunt venomous snakes. Some species are too small. Some of them simply don't come across snakes in their natural habitat. Other species perhaps don't like to risk their lives in order to get food. However, the Indian gray mongoose, or the common mongoose, knows how to hunt the creeping reptiles, and probably even likes it. To come out of the fight victorious, the mongoose is forced to use a cunning strategy. It teases the snake with sudden movements. Trying to attack the mongoose several times in a row, the snake gets pretty exhausted, and only after that does the mongoose attack the snake, sinking its teeth directly into the reptile's throat. The true motives behind a mongoose's snake hunts remains a mystery to this day. After all, mongooses aren't particularly picky in food. Obviously, finding berries or getting a hatchling out of a nest is much easier than killing a deadly snake. But mongooses hunt snakes very often. Mongooses, the Indian gray mongoose in particular, were previously thought to be immune to snake venom. However, that's not true. They are just as defenseless against these toxins as other mammals. There's also an opinion that when mongooses get bitten by a snake, they eat chadachand, a medicinal root that helps to deal with the effects of the snake venom. However, this theory has not yet been proven. The mongoose's only means of protection is their thick and dense fur. However, it only rarely saves the mongoose from the cobra's teeth. Most of the time, it is their extraordinary speed and dexterity that help them survive. Unlike Indian mongooses, African meerkats can hunt a snake in small groups, if they meet one. They provoke it with constant thrusts. The snake has to rise every now and then, attack, and look around. This wears it down quickly. Then, the strongest male attacks the snake and kills it, biting through the scales on the nape to the spine. All the meerkat hunters then tear the snake apart. However, not every mongoose that comes across a snake can end the fight with an unconditional victory. Once upon a time, people tried to bring mongooses to the islands of the Caribbean Sea in order to kill a lot of snakes there. The snakes reigned on the precious sugarcane plantations. Everything went well at first. Yet encounters with rattlesnakes, which had a faster reaction than cobras, ended in death for the mongooses. As a result, the mongooses switched to the local animals and birds, as well as imported chickens. So people ended up having to fight the mongooses too. That's all for today. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, and remember to subscribe to our channel.